Welcome to my Spring 2014 section of BUSA3000. Hello, my name is Jacobus Wars, and I look forward to spending the Spring 2014 semester with you. I have 3 sections this semester, 2 hybrid sections, one that meets on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. to 10:45 in the Adderholt Learning Center, room 204, and another that meets at 1 p.m. on Tuesdays through 2:15 in Adult Learning Center, room 231. I also have one traditional classroom section that meets in the Alpharetta Center on Thursdays from 4:30 to 7 p.m. 2 of these sections are hybrid sections, and I trust that you know when you signed up for these sections that they were hybrids, especially those of you that signed up for the Tuesday sessions. This information was available when you registered for these sections, but sometimes students do not pay close attention. We will talk a little more about hybrid sections in a few minutes. So, you're ready to learn about globalization. You're curious about how international business works and just could not resist registering for BUSA3000. Well, maybe not. You're likely here because you cannot graduate from the Robinson College of Business unless you take this stupid BUSA3000 course. I know that quite well. You're here because you have no choice. I'm here because I have to eat and pay rent. That sounds like a bad setup to me. Fortunately, for both of us, I am really here because I love to teach. And I love teaching BUSA3000. Now, why do I love it? Because I love to see you learn about international business and prepare yourself to be competitive in an increasingly globalized world. I have spent more than 20 years doing business around the world. Here are some of the places that I've lived, some of the places I traveled, and also those where I did business. I've enjoyed the fabulous experience of doing business around the world, and I've met some wonderful people along the way, and I love to share what I've learned with you. I also believe that this is a very important topic, but this is not about me. This is really about you. Yes, the world is changing fast, and I do know you have some big concerns. You have some bills to pay. You have family and school, and you have to manage these. Some of you work and go to school. It is hard to keep up with all of this. Sometimes finding balance is a tenuous arrangement at best. I admire what it takes for you to sit in a classroom. I take this reality of a GSU student and the reality that you live in very serious. You are no slacker. You and your family are making huge sacrifices to be here. Maybe you're also asking, will I even find work when I graduate? Many of you may be wondering if there will be any jobs left in the United States by the time you graduate. The job market is a bear out there. You're asking, will I have the skills that will make me attractive to an employer? Maybe you're interested in starting your own company, and you're beginning to wonder about global competition. Well, I would love to spend this semester exploring the world of international business and the phenomenon of globalization with you. We will survey many topics in international business. We will look at different countries, their political, legal, economic systems. We will look at trade and see how different countries engage in trade of goods and services, but also how companies make investments in other countries. We will look at regional trade blocs like NAFTA, the European Union, and others. And we will look at culture, the challenges of doing business with people speaking different languages, faiths, and how these different perspectives complicate communications and business transactions. We will also look at different currencies and their exchange rates and how that impacts international business decisions. And we will not only look at one side of globalization, we will look at what some of the critics have to say about it and what that may mean for you and the decisions that you may need to consider. The objective is leave you at the end inspired to learn more about international business, but also knowing that you have a great set of options available to you if you prepare yourself well in the short time remaining here in college. It's my personal challenge to get you at some point in this semester where you will ask me, so what other electives are there in IB that I can take? Or can you tell me more about a certificate in international business? So you're asking yourself, who's this guy? This is really a little different. I've never had a professor introduce himself to me this way before. What is the deal with him? Yes, this semester will be different. We will learn a lot this semester. I will ask you to learn about topics in international business and about globalization. But I'm also going to ask you to think critically about these topics. I'm going to ask you to manage your time. You're an adult, and I will not police your assignments because you need to make choices. That is what will be expected of you as a college graduate. This means that I will expect you to plan on how you will achieve your own goals also in this course. You will get plenty of flexibility, but that requires that you take responsibility and make decisions about what to do when. I set this up this way because I've seen what it takes to be successful in business and achieve significant success myself. I want you to have that same success. That is why I will give you plenty of opportunity to be hugely successful in this course, but only if you put in the effort and manage your time well. So what will we do this semester? How will we get from here, where we are on this freezing January morning, to where we need to be at the end of the semester? There are 5 things you need to do to be successful in this class. To start off, you need to make sure you know the format of this section for which you are registered. The format will be different if it is a hybrid section. In both cases, whether you're in a hybrid or a traditional class session, you will need to prepare before class. We will always start class with a quick quiz, and we will use via response to take that quiz, which is why it's essential that you have access to via response immediately. The biggest difference between the two formats is the amount of time we will spend in class. Now you will note that I'm very specific here to distinguish between in-class time, because you will see that even though we only meet once a week for 75 minutes in the hybrid section, those of you in the hybrid section will need to plan to do at least another 75 minutes of virtual assignments each week. You will have some flexibility as to when you complete these assignments, but they will need to be completed each week. Because our time in class is limited in a hybrid section, you will need to participate in virtual discussion each week. Students in sections from both formats will have virtual assignments, but in the hybrid sections, this is a substantial amount, as it will take at least 75 minutes a week to complete. You have 2 items you need before class. Get yourself a copy of the textbook and sign up and purchase access to via response, the response technology solution we will use for this class. You will receive an email invitation from me on this Thursday, January the 9th, 2014, to connect to via response. You already received an email from me with details on these 2 items last year in December for those that were registered by then, and also earlier this week. Make sure this email is not somewhere in your junk mail. The information is also available on Desire to Learn for your section. Now, I also need you to go and explore what we will do in this course at www.busa3000.com. Over the next few days, I will share more information about the syllabus and activities for the semester here and also in your desire to learn course section. Isn't this cool? Have you ever been in a class with a .com after it? Yes, as I told you, this will be a different class. You will actually be encouraged to use Facebook and Twitter in class. This class requires that you actively participate, and you have many options on how to do that. Yes, there is a BUSA3000 Facebook page. Go to https://www.facebook.com/BUSA3000 or just search for BUSA3000 page in your Facebook. In Twitter, you can use hashtag BUSA3000. If you prefer not using social media, you can participate in D2L discussions. And of course, there's always the classroom where you can actively engage. Finally, to be successful in this class, you need to prepare yourself. I do not just mean prepare for class, but do certainly mean that. Study, not just read the chapters before class, but also use this class to prepare yourself for life after college. Use the CTW term paper to hone your writing skills. Create a term project that you can include on your resume. Make the most of the Global Business Forum by networking yourself into a job. I look forward to meeting you on the first day of class, which is next week. Enjoy your last couple of days. Remember, stay warm and don't do anything I wouldn't do.